Hello everyone, I'm Farah Jendia. Today I will talk about the role of translation during the war in Gaza. Translation in wars became very important because it helped the world understand what was happening in the ground. In this presentation I will explain why translation matters, the challenges translators face, and why translation is a global awareness. First, before I start the presentation, I will explain an example of translation in words. The war between Japan and America after the Second World War. The Allies sent a Potsdam Declaration to Japan, demanding immediate surrender. It answered them. A word had two meanings. The first meaning, we needed time to think, and the second meaning, we ignored the matter with contempt. The fatal mistake, international news agencies and translators chose the second meaning and conveyed to the world and American President Truman that Japan says we treat your UFO with contempt. The result was that America considered the response to Japanese arrogance and rose up by throwing Hiroshima bomb at her. I mentioned this example to explain the importance of translation in words that can ignite a war or be a reason to stop the war. As for Gaza, translation is essential during conflicts. In the war on Gaza, information flow is often restricted and distorted. Translation helps people communicate, support journalists, and assist humanitarian organizations. In Gaza, translation played a major role because information needed to reach the world quickly.
Translation helps make events understandable for global audiences. It allows international media to report accurate information. It also reports to human rights groups who need reliable details to document the situation, ensures accurate communication across languages, helps share humanitarian needs, testimonies, and updates, bridges the gap between local communities and international audiences. Translator as a messenger of truth. Translators convey voices of civilians, journalists, and victims. Their work counters misinformation and biased narratives. Accurate translation helps preserve truth and historical memory. Journalists often depend on translators to understand what people in Gaza say. Videos, interviews, and live reports must be translated fast and accurately. This is important to prevent misinformation and confusing. Many reports from Gaza appear first on social media. Translators make posts, videos, and eyewitness accounts accessible to the world. This amplifies Palestinian voices internationally. Many people in Gaza share their stories on social media or through interviews. Translators help bring these voices to the world. This increases awareness and shows the real impact of the war on civilians. Humanitarian organizations need a translation to provide help. Medical teams rely on translators when treating injured people.
Medical translators in Gaza are unknown heroes. They are the voice of Palestinian pain to the world and the voice of medical hope for the patient. They carry an unimaginable psychological burden, performing a sacred human duty that directly contributes to saving lives amid mass destruction. The translator in the Gaza negotiations is not just a speaking dictionary, but a bridge on which negotiators walk over a minefield. His task is to transform the language of fire and existential rejection into enforceable legal texts. Translation also supports evacuation instructions and aid distributing. Translators assist NGOs, medical teams, and relief organizations. They translate medical reports, emergency guidelines, and coordination messages. Clear communication saves lives. Translators sharing eyewitness testimonies with the global news outlets. Translation of UN and human rights reports about Gaza. Multilingual campaigns supporting a humanitarian cause for ceasefire. Challenges for translators. Translators in Gaza faced many difficulties. Electricity and internet were often unavailable. They dealt with emotional stress and traumatic content. Working under pressure, increase the chance of errors. Emotional burden of translating traumatic content. Pressure to maintain neutrality despite humanitarian tragedies. Lack of safety, resources, and stable communication. Risk of misinterpretation due to cultural differences. Translators must stay neutral and accurate. They should avoid adding personal opinions. They must also protect the identity and safety of people they translate for. Accuracy and faithfulness to the original message, avoiding political manipulation of translated content. Protecting the identity of vulnerable individuals, ensuring transparency and credibility. Translated content reaches millions of people. It shapes how the world sees the conflict. It also encourages support for humanitarian rights and justice, helps shape international public opinion, increases pressure on global institutions to act, ensures that Gaza's story is not lost or ignored. In conclusion, translation is a powerful tool during the war in Gaza. It helps protect the truth, support civilians, and connect Gaza with the world. Translators play an essential role in sharing reality and raising global awareness. Translation is not only a linguistic task, it is a humanitarian duty. Translators play a crucial role in documenting reality and amplifying marginalized. Their work supports justice, awareness, and global solidarity.